Have you ever felt like you've had or are having the case of the Mondays? Maybe the case of the Wednesdays, hump day. Well, this is the thing. I don't really believe in having a bad day. So if you felt like you've ever had a bad day, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to slay that bad day because I don't believe in having bad days. How's it going, guys? This is Sean Gary, the Success Joe, and I'm here today helping you make sure you slay that bad day because I don't believe in bad days, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go over 4 tips that are going to help you to make sure you never have a bad day again. It may appear to be one, but we're going to show you how to stop it in its tracks, change that thing into a successful, powerful, wonderful, mighty, amazing day. All right. So this is the thing. Maybe you got out of bed and you stubbed your toe, you bumped your foot. Maybe your coffee wasn't on and you got to the kitchen and your coffee wasn't ready. Maybe you couldn't find your car keys. The point is, sometimes life happens and things seem like they're stacked up against us, right? Well, sometimes we like to look at that situation and look at these few things that are happening, and usually in a small window of time, and we just chalk it all up as having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. It's a common saying. We've all said it before. I used to say it. I'm having a bad day. The problem with admitting that and saying that you're having a bad day is it's going to probably make things worse. And you're going to probably have a bad day the whole rest of the day. If I say out of my mouth that I'm having a bad day, now my mind and my heart begins to try to confirm that. Try to confirm the fact that it's a bad day and things are going wrong. So if that's the case, now my mind begins to find every single thing around me that appears to be going wrong just to confirm that I was right. That's the way our mind works. So when you speak something, your mind tries to find ways to confirm those words that you spoke. I don't want you to feel like you're having a bad day. I don't want you to feel like there's no way out. I don't know what to do, and I'm just going to keep chalking it up as a bad day because I'm telling you, it's going to be bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. All right? So the first thing that we need to do is we need to recognize the results. We need to recognize what's happening because if we let things happen over and over and over again and don't recognize that there's a problem, there's an issue, there's something that's going on, if you don't recognize what's happening, then you'll usually slip into that whole, oh, I'm just having a bad day. So the first step is to recognize what is happening. Recognize that there are some things that are going on that you're not happy with, you're not satisfied with. Before I go into the second thing, we learned in the first step that we have to recognize the results. And in playing basketball back in my college days, we used to say we had to stop the bleeding. So when problems are happening, we want to fix it. But before I can begin to heal, I have to first stop the bleeding. So before I can stitch up, a wound, I have to first stop the bleeding, put pressure on it so that it doesn't continue to bleed, right? So the first step is recognizing the results of what's going on around us. That's how we quickly stop the bleeding, okay? So the second step is just simply to remain calm. Remain calm. So you recognize in step 1 that stuff's happening that you're not happy with. So before you just start flipping out and going crazy and you're upset and you just let this animosity and this anger, this frustration build up, the first step was to recognize it. The second step is just to remain calm. Think for a moment. Say, wait a minute. Okay. Time out. I'm calling time out. Time out. Something's not right. I need to figure out what's going on. Let's rework this thing. The Gift of Adversity. It's a book by Norman Rosenthal. And in that book, he describes this scenario, right? So check this out. You're driving down the road, maybe someone else is driving, you're just riding, and you have, the windows in the front are rolled up, and the windows in the back are rolled down. You got a nice breeze. You're just going down the road. Then maybe you come to a stop sign and you're just kind of looking around, seeing what's going on, watching people walk by, and you just hear this noise. You hear this buzz, and it's just kind of a buzz and thump, like bzz boom, bzz boom. And you start looking around like, what is that? And you realize because your window is down, so it's not your window, it's the window in front of you, and you look and you see this fly just trying to get out. He's trapped in the car, right? So he's trying to get out. Bzz, bzz, boom, bzz, boom. So he's hitting this window over and over again, and he's trying to escape. He's trying to get outside of the car. He's looking through this glass, through this window, but he can't get there. So that's exactly how we are sometimes. We're just constantly hitting road bump after road bump after road bump, and we're just not stopping. We're not stopping. So this second step is to just remain calm and relax so you can actually see where you are, what your surroundings are, what's going on. Because in the story, the fly, if he had just stopped, he could just look and see there's another 2 windows that are actually open, and then be outside of having that bad day that fly was having, right? All right, so the second step was to remain calm. First step is what? Recognize your results. Recognize where you are, what's going on, something's happening. Second step, remain calm. Just think like for a minute, okay? You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to fix this. We're going to get out of this situation. We're going to fix this day. We're going to make this a wonderful day. Before I move on and share with you the next step, I just wanted to share this quote with you from Kevin Hart. So we're talking about remaining calm and keeping a level head. This is what Kevin Hart said. I'm never going to step away from stand-up. I can't. He said, that's what got me to where I am. And that's also my muse. He said, that's how I stay level-headed. That's what keeps me going. And that's Kevin Hart. We know he's been extremely successful. He's in like almost every single movie that comes out in the theater. So listen, if Kevin Hart is such a successful person, and we're here, this is Superior Sessions, we're talking about being successful. And if we can look at his example and say, well, this guy grinds, you don't think that there's things that happen where he needs to keep a level head? So he said that that's what keeps him going. So we have to be able to keep going beyond these road bumps that hit us in the middle of the road. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them bring a negative mindset. Don't even allow yourself to put a blanket over the whole day and say that you're just having a bad day. Because like I said already, you're going to then just begin to attract more bad stuff. You're going to recognize everything bad that's going on around you. So we don't want to do that. So the third step is to reestablish your goals. After you recognize what's going on, then you remained calm. Now it's time to reestablish your goals. Figure out, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish today? What is it that I'm actually trying to do? I'm just simply trying to get to work on time. I'm simply just trying to get all of this paperwork organized without a bunch of chaos. Calm down. Let me find a pen, because these other pens weren't working, or I spilled ink, or whatever it is. It's okay. Let me go ahead and get this thing taken care of. Reestablish those goals. Figure out, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? First, we recognize what was going on. Stop the bleeding. Said, we're not going to just continue down this chaotic path. Then we said, let's remain calm, figure this thing out. Next step, let's reestablish some goals. Let's figure out, what direction do we need to go into from here? Because now it's a moment where our minds are open to decide, to choose to have a good day. Now you have your level-headed, your mind's clear, and you can say, listen, these are the new goals. This is what I need to do, and I'm going to knock this day out of the park, because I don't believe in having a bad day, right? Step 4 is actually pretty easy. Step 4 is just run. Just go do it. Just go do it. So you just reestablished your goals in step 3. Step 4 is just to run. Take those goals and just go after it. And with the excitement, the tenacity that you are unstoppable, you're amazing, you're able to reach anything that you decide you want to reach. There was a saying that Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right. And I love it. I love it because it's so true. It's so true. If you think that you can do something and you tell yourself you can do it and you put that work in and you focus and you hone in on it, you will be able to do it. Step 4 is simply to run. So step 3 was to reestablish those goals. Step 4 is to run after them. I want to make sure that I leave with you guys one more quote by Henry David Thoreau. Things don't change. We change. Make sure you make that change that you need to make sure that you never again have a bad day. I have a question for you though. Here's my question for you. What was the last bad day that you had? Tell me in the comments below, what is the worst day you had? What was a bad day? And then I also want you to tell me in the future, what are you going to do different? Tell me if this has helped you, if there's a step in here that you think maybe I missed or I forgot and you think we should definitely add this step in there, then go ahead and put that in the comments. So I read the comments, guys, and I like to engage. So if you follow me on Facebook, if you follow on Twitter or anywhere else, just make sure that as of today, you guys have your mindset, you're no longer going to have a bad day. No such thing as a bad day. Never, ever, ever. Ever, ever, never. No bad days. This is Sean Gary, the Success Joe. You're watching Superior Sessions, and hopefully you have found some benefit in this, and I just ask that you would like and share it. And until next time, we will do what? What do? We locate, we learn, then we live superior. Peace.